Back for the second half here at Toyota Park between the Boston Breakers and the Chicago Red Stars. Alongside Janet Rayfield, I am Brett Myers. And it was a pretty solid battle in the first half. We'll see what the second half brings. And already quickly we've got a foul, and Rachel Kwan a little bit shaken up here on the near side. And as we go into the second half, Janet, what do you expect?
I think the Red Stars are going to try to keep doing what they were doing, creating chances and look to finish some of those chances. I think Boston probably wants to try to keep the ball a little bit more and try to create some chances of their own. I think their most dangerous chances were off of restarts, maybe a turnover. But certainly both teams, I think, going to look to convert when they get in the penalty box.
Well, here's Gilliland for the Red Stars. Left-footed chip looking for the far post. Mott's trying to chase it down. Takes the shot right over Kranich's. Well, Kranich got the fingertips on it. It'll be a corner kick for the Red Stars.
And just like that, the Red Stars get an opportunity in the box, and Kranich again turns them away. Both goalkeepers, as you said earlier, have answered the call of doing their job inside the post and have kept the ball out. Kranich with a good save there.
An early scoring chance for the Red Stars in the second half, and the still scoreless match between the two sides. Looking for Ursig as the target, challenging Kranich, and Kranich grabs it out of the air.
Kranich has handled those well. Colaprico trying to bend it in on this end with the wind. DiBernardo now driving one into the box, and Kranich handles that one well.
Here's Taryn Hemmings. Back to Gilliland. Over to Ursig. Rachel Kwan. Into DiBernardo. To Colaprico. Back to Hemmings. Hemmings will go through the middle of the field for Chicago. Nice little ball played there, and Pathman will send it back to Kranich. Rachel Wood back to Kranich for Boston. 48th minute of this scoreless match.
I think that's the other thing, Brett, the Red Stars will try to do is really try to get that final pass down a little bit. They've played some balls, I would almost say useless balls in behind that back line. They're going to try to be a little more purposeful, I think, with that ball they play in behind the back line.
Rafina's ball cleared away by Ursig and sent right back to Boston. Here's Rafina to Schepfer. Schepfer switches it out wide for Pathman. Pathman gets to the edge of the area, still on the ball. Barzik back to Pathman. Taken away there by the Red Stars, but just running out of a little bit of real estate, and it'll be a throw-in for Boston. Crowd doesn't like that one very much, but it did cross the line completely.
It did. However, I think it might have come off the Boston defender as I think Taryn Hemmings kind of towed it off of her there, but what can I know? I'm on the opposite side of the field, so we'll give that to the AR.
Much better view than we have up here, and it's a great view up in this press box at Toyota Park. One of two matches the Chicago Red Stars will be playing here this season. Their final home match of the season against Houston on September 6th will be the other match. It'll be a single match. It won't be a doubleheader with a Fire. Those today and that will be the two matches played at Toyota Park this season, so a couple opportunities for the Red Stars to play on the big stage this year. Huerta gets the ball, played out wide, and will go out of play for a Boston throw.
And that's just a little bit of what the Red Stars are missing there. Huerta's done a pretty good job of finding opportunities to get the ball, but just hasn't really been clean enough to turn and be dangerous, play that ball. And that's the difference between a Huerta and a Christian Press, just in terms of that. Just that touch, ability to turn and run at, or play a ball that really gets us in and to be dangerous. So the Red Stars really got to create something on the attacking side.
Now the Boston Breakers, the last time they beat the Chicago Red Stars, you'll have to go back almost over 2 years ago. So the last time the Breakers beat the Chicago Red Stars have won every match since and have won them pretty decisively. Julie King will chase that one down. Schepfer to Rafina. Rafina looking for Christy Mewis on the outside. Mewis sends the cross in. Ursig, but McCaffrey will run onto it.
Personal may go forward. Isn't it
Now Shetfer with a little bit of space. Long blast looking for a deflection, but it'll roll right into the hands of Michelle Dalton.
For more information, visit www.mango.org.
Aaron Gilliland, one of the draft picks for the Chicago Red Stars this season, will play it to Hoy, and Hoy will get around the pressure put on by Rachel Wood. Tries to flick it to the outside to Huerta, but it'll roll back to Kranich.
Yeah, again, a little timing of that final pass, timing of the run, final ball with a little bit of pace taken off of it. Just can't quite seem to find that last pass to get someone in.
And McCaffrey making a run down the left side. Will get around Ursig. McCaffrey gets inside the box, looking for the cross. Nice help defense there by Taryn Hemmings. It'll last come off of her for a corner kick for Boston.
And that's certainly where McCaffrey is dangerous. Isolated 1v1, somewhere in the attacking third, able to run a goal. And Taryn Hemmings does a good job of giving Ursig some cover and helping to keep that from being a service across the box.
And Rafina will set up for the corner kick on the far side for the Breakers. Sends the one swinging in. Barsic the target, but snatched out of the air by Dalton.
Well, Dalton and Kranich both have handled that bent ball with the wind in their face, trying to bend one into the goal. So these two, I can't necessarily say novice goalkeepers, but certainly in their first appearance have both done a good job, and both teams trying to test them.
Well, they may not have the professional experience, but Michelle Dalton was the 2011 Big Ten Goalkeeper of the Year when she played at Wisconsin.
Yeah, had a great college career in the goal for Wisconsin, and has had some professional experience in Iceland and Sweden. So she certainly isn't a novice at the professional ranks.
So Rachel Kwan will come out of the ball, played outside. Gilliland trying to make the run. Julie King gets in front of that, and Rachel Wood will get the deflection and the goal kick for Boston. Both teams defensively have been pretty solid, especially when they have had to help out.
Both teams have sort of really tried to kind of create some numerical advantages on the flank, and with the backs getting forward, Julie King kind of having a battle with Erin Gilliland, on this side, and Molly Pathman and Taryn Hemmings, getting involved in the attack. But both teams have done a good job defending their flank and covering for each other. So we haven't seen a really great ball played across because the defense on the flank has been good.
This is Gilliland, headed by Pathman. Shetfer. Turn it into Rafina. Rafina will set it out wide. Mewis trying to make the run, and Hemmings is down very nicely. Nice little job of containment there by Taryn Hemmings, former Boston Breaker, who played for Boston from 2010 to 2012. Made 29 appearances for Boston during those seasons. Gilliland will lay it back to Johnson. Colaprico. Kwan quickly back to Colaprico, who'll send it up to Hoy. Hoy sends it in the middle to DiBernardo. DiBernardo will set it long, and Motts can't make the run to catch up to the ball, and Kranich will handle it for the Breakers. Rachel Wood sends a nice little long ball, headed away. Barsic will win it in the midfield for Boston. Rafina. That one's taken away. Here comes the Red Stars. Nice bit of space to work with there. Cross sent in looking for Hoy. King deflects it away. Kwan with a shot attempt, knocked away by Rachel Wood. But a couple of opportunities there for the Red Stars.
A great transition there by Taryn Hemmings to win that ball and really start the attack with her tackle. That's a great defender.
And Gilliland will send the cross. Has to be cleared away. Kwan will throw it back to Johnson. Here's
Change of direction there by Vanessa DiBernardo. Is dribbling across the field, looking across, just steps on the ball, stops the defense, creates a little passing channel right into Huerta, who now is able to get that defender on her back, has the composure in the box, takes on the goalkeeper, finishes. That's the kind of goal Chicago Red Stars needed.
Absolutely. They're finally able to get in behind the defense, and she took advantage of the relative inexperience of Jamie Kranich coming way off her line, and it was very easy for her to finish that.
Hey, I think Kranich got put in a hard place with that ball in behind. As a one versus the goalkeeper in that situation, and Kranich tried to come out and make the save, but instead Huerta has the wherewithal to dribble around her. Can't put that one on Kranich, though. I think she's done a good job, and that's a tough situation for a goalkeeper.
First career goal for Sofia Huerta puts the Red Stars on top here, 1-0, as we are now in the 57th minute. I think the Red Stars will most likely try to apply the pressure. Has Boston on their heels just a little bit, and the experience factor definitely comes into play here. This Huerta, the goal scorer, will send it to the middle of the park to DiBernardo. Sends it out wide to Motts, trying to come in on goal. Take it for the Red Stars. Let it drift over the byline for a goal kick.
And, there's the experience of a player like her. She acts like she's going to play back to goalkeeper, kind of draw McCaffrey in, and then have enough space to let that ball go out of bounds.
This is Sam Johnson.
with that. But I think he'll be happy with the way his team played. Danny Colaprico, Aaron Gilliland, players that had to play a different role today, they have stepped up and really done, I think, a great job. Abby Ursig, has led there in the back and kept that back line tight. Done a great job. So all the players that he said, hey, they're going to have to do a little bit more, those players were prepared and ready and did that job today.
Here's Verdoya. Over to Rafina. Play it back to Barzik. And with this win today, the Chicago Red Stars, at least perhaps temporarily, will be on top of the NWSL table with 10 points to FC Casey's 9. Team they're tied with currently in second place. Portland plays a match later on tonight. So that could potentially change. In knowing how good Portland is, they certainly have a good chance to at least tie the Red Stars for the top spot in the table.
Yeah, anytime you see Portland stepping out, it's going to be a good match. And it's a long season. And I know the Red Stars are happy to be where they are, but I think all these teams, even Boston, knowing where they are right now, it's a long season. There's still a lot of soccer to be played, and Boston can't walk out of here and hang their head at where they are. They've got to keep playing. They've got to keep fighting. They've got to keep learning. Like I said, they're a young team that's really trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. This team needs some experience and leadership, and that's going to come.
Packman will send the cross into the box, headed by Barzik. And whistle and a free kick awarded the Red Stars here. This way we're into stoppage time. About 30 seconds left of stoppage time here in the second half at Toyota Park.
Yeah, Dalton's going to milk as much of that stoppage time as she can right now.
Absolutely, and maybe her first start, but she's played like a veteran today.
She has, not a whole lot of things to do here in the second half, but she made a couple saves in the first half when the game was 0-0, and that's when the saves are important. You got to keep your team in it when the Red Stars were creating chances and not converting, and Boston had a couple chances, and Dalton was up to the task there and kept her team in it so that they could do what they did in the second half to get this victory.
Well, there's the final whistle, and the Red Stars pick up 3 points with a 3-0 victory over the Boston Breakers. And the crowd here at Toyota Park celebrates. And for now, the Chicago Red Stars at top of the NWSL table with 10 points, and what a way to do it.
I thought a very good game by the Chicago Red Stars, and it'll be exciting to see the rest of the season with this group as the World Cup takes place.
Well, it's going to be a little bit of time before the Red Stars are back home. June 20th, the next home match. The next 4 are on the road. Next Friday against Houston, the 23rd against FCKC. Next, after that on the 30th is Seattle and then Western New York. So not exactly the easiest schedule for the Red Stars.
They've got a tough road schedule, and with the points they've gotten, they're happy to take those points on the road now, and they're going to try and get as many points out of that 4-game road stretch, I'm sure, as they can.
Well, it's been a very enjoyable broadcast today. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast as much as you enjoy the outcome. For Janet Rayfield, I am Brett Myers, telling you to enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll be back with you for the next Red Stars webcast, June 20th against the Washington Spirit in Lisle.
And we can't forget to say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, absolutely. Take care of your mom, buy her something nice, do something very thoughtful for her. But again, for Janet Rayfield, I'm Brett Myers saying good night. This has been Chicago Red Star Soccer.
Wouldn't it be great to feel this good every day? Doing the things you love with the people you love. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, we help people of all ages move better so they can live better. If an orthopedic injury or illness slows you down, we're here with everything you need. Enjoy the life you deserve. See what we can do for you at ibji.com. IBJI. Move better, live better.
are two ways to manage a team. Coach Derek uses a clipboard, the old-fashioned way, and Coach Bob uses his smartphone and the Team Snap app. It's faster, way faster. When the practice location changes at the last minute, Coach Bob touches one button to notify the entire team by email or text. Coach Derek needs a team. The night before the game, Coach Bob confirms that he has enough players. At game time, Coach Derek discovers he doesn't have a goalie. And while Coach Bob's bank account is happy because he can collect the team fees online, Coach Derek spends hours searching through notes to track down who hasn't paid. Team Snap puts your team on the field, on the web, and on your phone. Whatever your game, whatever your group, Team Snap makes it easy. Sign up and try it for free today.